My name is Kyambogo. I work as an assistant sports tutor at Kyambogo University. My boss here, but I'll introduce him later. I'm a pioneer student of this university, so I'm a former student here. If I say pioneer, I'm sure the previous presenters have told you how this university came into place. So we were the first students as Kyambogo University. I was in my first year in the year 2001. Yeah, I might not look the age, but most people look at me and think I'm their age mate. I'm not a youth anymore. So I was here 2001. I was a sportsman for the university. I am proud to say that I am part of this institution. I love this institution with all my heart. Some of you are here, but you've just come probably because you managed to get a course here and nowhere else. It hurts me when I move on campus and people start saying, Kyambogo yanta, what are you doing here? If you feel this is not the place for you, there are so many other places. There are 51 universities in Uganda. 51. You could have opted for any. Moni is there. There is Busoga University. There is so many. Mutesa One Royal. All those are universities, but you chose to be here. This institution has rules and regulations that govern it. I'm sure you've been told. My advice to all of you is you need to know why you're here. If you're here to waste time, you'll waste time. If you're here to achieve that goal of achieving that degree or course you've been admitted to, please stick to that. It's just advice I'm giving. Free advice. Okay? If you're here to get pregnant, you'll get pregnant. If you're here to die, you'll die. And sometimes some of these things happen when we see, and they happen. I don't know if they have told you, but there is one thing I've noticed in this university, or for the years, I've been working here for the last 12 years now. One thing I've noticed is when a student dies, it is the quickest way university reacts to make sure they bury you. The fastest. When you die, like this, the next day they will have money to take you and bury you. But that is not the reason why you're here. No one comes here to look for that end point. Please, 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 I will plead with all of you. Know your purpose at the university. It's very interesting that I've been given to chair a session about security. And this is a very critical area. We've got so many cases that are related to security in this university. We have the most senior people in that sector who are going to give us a talk or a brief about what security is about in the university and what is expected of you, what is their role. These guys you see in uniform can arrest you even if you're a student. Some of you think because I'm a student, you're above the law. They will arrest you, they will detain you, they will take you to court, they will take you to Luzira. That's why we have a station, not even a police post, but a police station in this university. Okay, so we have a senior member of security who we refer to as the chief security officer who heads security in Kyambogo. So he heads both Uganda Police as well as what we call the university security. So he will be telling us more of what activities they do. So allow me introduce the Chief Security Officer, Kyambogo University. He's at the rank of a Superintendent of Police. He has training in senior command, that is at senior command level. He has also gone to school. You see, one thing we face here, most of you students look at us, when you look at us in our small offices, you think we've never been to university. And you're the first ones to be at university. So you come with a lot of vigor, hype, and you disrespect us. Personally, I'm a PhD student. He's a PhD student. He's a master's student. So we have gone to school. So our Chief Security Officer has a master's degree in peace, governance, and security from the United Nations University for Peace. He has over 10 years experience as a district police commander. So he was, for example, DPC at Entebbe, in Katwe, in Kalangala, in Chira Division, and several other places. So he's the rightful person to be taking us through this session. So without wasting any more time, please join me in welcoming SP Samuel Mission, who is going to be taking us through this session. You're welcome, Afande.
Sanitize the mic. The chairperson of the session, the representative of the Dean of Students, sports tutor, the OC and your team, students, good afternoon everybody. Yeah, like you have heard, I may not repeat the names. You have heard them. I'm a police officer, and I'm attached to Kyambogo University here on secondment as Chief Security Officer. And my role is to supervise and coordinate security, all security agencies that are within the university. First of all, I want to welcome you to Kyambogo University. Number two, I want to inform you that the security situation of Kyambogo University is calm. It is under control. So feel at home. You are safe. That's why we are here. You have heard the representative to the dean saying he had never seen me in this attire, but it's important to put it on so that these new people who are coming know that there is a state presence here to secure them, to secure their property and life. Number three, we have a full-fledged security department, which I head. Then we have other security agencies that support the department. For example, we have internal security guards. I don't know whether we have one of them to show the uniforms they put on. Do we have one? He hasn't come. We have internal security. You will see them, their uniform is kind of grayish. Then we have an outsourced security company. They put on green. You will see them at different gates and other places. When you see those, you know that they are security of Kyambogo. They are here to guard your properties and to protect you, and even to the university properties. Then we have a police station, a full-fledged police station, which is headed by an OC, officer in charge of police. She's here, ASP Amoni Jacqueline. So that is the OC. When they steal your phone, what? You report down there. You will go there, you will tour the place. You will even show them cells when they come there. You will have cells for those who misbehave. We have, she works with that team and others, but there is in charge operations, IP Mafawi, that's Inspector of Police Mafawi. To make sure the conmen out of the press is there. We have the anti-riot force unit commander, AIP, Assistant Inspector of Police Okwera. He's also at the station. You will be seeing him in case you disobey our rules and so forth. He will come and handle you. But we don't expect you to go into those things because you have come to study. Then we have intelligence. We have all other agencies, ISO, ESO. We even have CMI. You may not see them here. They may be amongst you there. We have UPDF. We are hosting them. They are not necessarily attached to us. We are only hosting them. We gave them somewhere to be, but they are now assisting us also to handle our security at the gates. You must have seen them, especially during the time when we had these serious threats of terrorism. We called on them to boost our security. There are so many. They stay down here and at Cricket Oval. So when you see them moving around in the evening, going to Banda, to patrol, don't get scared. Don't think that you are in Congo, there is a war. No. Okay? We have, of course, other security aspects. We have technical security. For example, we have surveillance. We have surveillance, CCTV cameras. Everywhere we are covered. Even when you are, wherever you are within the university, we are seeing you on in our offices. Even those in Banda, even when you are in the bus, we see you. Don't you see cameras there? You will see when they come. You will show them that. So we are always seeing you, and it is for your benefit. So we are here to give you security tips. There are some times when we have crimes committed against our students, because this is also a place like any other. You can be here, even the criminals are also within, the conmen and so forth. So you may have some cases of thefts, burglary, obtaining money by false pretense, assaults, mugging. These face boys in the evening, those who walk alone, you can mug you and take your phone. There can be cases of rape. I don't think there can be defilement because all of you are above 18, isn't it? But those ones can be there because this is like any other place in the country. We cannot say it is 100% free of crime. Therefore, how do you avoid to be a victim? Number one is that you are the first line of your own security. Are we together? You. Because, like I told you, yes, we have enough personnel, but they cannot be everywhere. Okay? You are about 40,000 students. Our force may be less than 100. So they will not be everywhere to watch over you. We come in where you cannot handle. But the first line is you. Okay? Therefore, you are supposed to be security conscious. We have had situations where some students have lost their phones, laptops, just because they are not security conscious. You find someone in the evening hours, late hours, maybe 9, 8, walking alone, he or she walking alone in the darkness. And that, as if that is not enough, he's even WhatsApping. You are alone in the darkness, you are moving, you are WhatsApping, chatting, you are always in banda. Those ones are, sometimes they sneak. Because our university is porous, it's not fenced completely. So sometimes they sneak in and they also come, and they come with their books as if they disguise as if they are students. As you are walking, someone is also walking behind you, you are WhatsApping, just grab the phone and takes off. If he has not beaten you, that's if you are lucky, and he don't beat you. If you are unlucky, he will beat you, box you. These are small boys. They are usually even below 18. But if that cowboy boxes you, you will think he's a 40-year-old guy. They train. So avoid walking alone. That's one. Lonely movements, especially at night and in dark places. Use our gazetted gates. Avoid operating the phone while you are walking. Keep your phone, keep your laptop, and move to where you are going. That's the consciousness I'm talking about. Otherwise, if you don't, then they will take your phone. And some of you could have even lost a phone or a laptop as of now, as I speak, because I know what happens there. Avoid being in places where you are really not supposed to be. Where you go and you befriend rumpens. Because I know most of you are going to be sleeping in a banda. Those places, avoid drinking in those dirty places and being friends with the rumpens there. Otherwise, you will also become a rumpen and we shall arrest you. There are many there, they are taking Njaga, when you join them, you may not complete your course. We have a situation of terrorism. The threats of terrorism are still there. Yes, it is true. A lot of work has been done in the last 2 months. Many suspects have been arrested, and they have even been found in their hideouts in Congo in the Operation Shuja, but still they are remnants, so we cannot take chances altogether. Therefore, you should avoid these happening places, these bars where you have no business. Why should you go there? You came here to study, be here and complete your studies. Okay? We still have COVID-19. And for us in security, pandemics, we consider them a security threat. So you will not pass at our gates when you have no mask. Altogether, you know that without a mask you cannot pass there, wearing and putting it on right there. And avoid crowded places. Social distance. Sanitize regularly, wash your hands. We have hand washing facilities at each and every gate. Therefore, you are required to wash your hands as you come in. There is no excuse whatsoever why you should not wash your hands and keep safe. Avoid shaking hands with strangers. Someone you don't know meets you, he wants to shake hands with you. Don't give your hand altogether. Don't do what? Stranger. There are so many, you will see them. These are conmen. I'm talking about the conmen. We have had many cases registered at police where students have lost their property through to the conmen. Someone comes, shakes your hand, initiates a story, conversation. Within a minute, you will hear him telling you there are things. You will see like smoke, and they use these matchboxes. Rubs it here and you see smoke. Now he starts telling you, now you are going to die in the next 2 minutes. And they target ladies. Then ladies starts crying, oh, what can I do? Crying. Then he starts saying, now the only way to save you, do you have a phone? Bring your phone, bring a laptop, go and correct for your colleagues, friends in the room, bring them, we are going to do what? To pray. Then you will be okay. And he will tell you to go up to the room to correct those things. He will give you instructions not to talk to anyone you meet. If you talk, then the medicine will not work. Not even to look behind. So you will go like a mad person. And you bring those things and we will confuse you again. Within a minute you will not see anyone there. Things have gone. You come crying at police. How many cases have we registered so far there in this semester? More than 8, you can imagine. Just someone comes and confuses you. But we have also arrested some of those conmen. In fact, I think others are already in Chitaria. But they keep coming because there are many in Kampala. But so when you get such a person who tells you that, just arrest that person altogether. Arrest and bring to police. We are going to give you our contacts also. You call us. When you cite such a person, call us. We shall come and pick them. Those are conmen. They should not confuse you. Just play on your psychology. There is nothing. Others call themselves pastors. They meet you. And I am telling you, ladies, you are the target on these things. Someone meets you and say, please, can I pray for you? Who are you to pray for me? You ask him, who are you to pray? Because some of you are Barokore, so, you say now this is a blessing. You start praying. You think God has sent someone to... Then as you pray, he says, now let's go and pray from your room. You go because you are now praying, you have got a friend. Reaching the room, start praying, they tell you, close your eyes, you pray. As you are praying, closing your eyes, by the time you open, nothing is, the man has gone. We have had some cases here also of the same. But he's a pastor. Which pastor? You can pray for yourself. So you get that one, just box that one. They are there, they are waiting for you because they know you have come. Avoid free gifts and lift, car lift. We may not have had cases of kidnaps here, but they have happened some other places, some other universities. You are on the road, you are moving to Banda, someone comes with a car, he says, you come, we go, we can go together. The next 2 hours you will not know where you are. So you avoid. Of recent, I think this weekend there was a girl, a lady inside of Makerere, who was brought, I think yesterday at 10 and dropped at the nearby gate of her hostel. She was unconscious, not talking, not what. Someone could have kidnapped her, taken her, intoxicated her, so forth and so forth. So you must avoid this. Free gifts. Which gift? You really university people? Gift for what? The Valentine's is coming now. Some of you are okay. If you are to get from someone you know very well, altogether. So don't board any vehicle that comes across. You will even end up boarding our drones. We take you for here you can walk and put your places and you know that you are safe. Avoid keeping expensive items in your rooms. Okay? Yes, your expensive laptops, your expensive phones, I don't know which other expensive things you have there. Those which are portable, avoid leaving them there when you are moving out for lectures, or because these houses you have there, they are very weak. Someone can break within a minute and take everything, especially when they know that you have those things there. If you want to leave them there, make sure your colleague, maybe if you are two there, is around. Here in Kampala, especially Banda, even when you are going to bathe to use the washroom toilet, you lock your door. Okay? You lock. You just leave it open, within a minute you will not find anything there. Because some of the people you are staying with are thieves. Your rooms are facing each other, so yours is here, the other one is for a thief, the one facing yours. The following one is a student, another one is a thief. Are you seeing? So you have to be, that's why I said you are the first line of your own what? Security. Avoid strikes. Strikes. Don't be lured into these unnecessary way. One way. When you hear that one, just go to your room and sleep. Go to the lecture room. You have not come here to strike, okay? Otherwise, Okwera will handle you. You see him there. It's not very. It's not long when we had a student here losing a hand, isn't it? A student here lost a hand. Was it around 2019? In a strike. If you saw on the TV, they were striking, then the police threw the canister, tear gas canister. It did not explode. So the student also came and picked it, threw it back at police. But the canister went with the hand, the whole hand. Don't you think that is unfortunate? So avoid those unnecessary strikes or any kind of confusion. You have to have the contacts of at least the security personnel within the university or even the areas where you sleep. You can have a contact of the OC, you can have the contact of the LC1 chairman. But when you have any challenge, you immediately inform them for your rescue. Don't be there and you are in your own world. When you are going to pay your tuition fees, make sure you go to the bank personally and pay. There are other affairs who rotate around banks where you pay. They know them. They will go there, and you don't want to join the line. They tell you we can do it for you quickly. In a minute and you leave, you give them money. They can even be inside the bank. Give them money, oh, we are going to, you see him, very busy. Within a minute, you may not see that person and the money. We have seen so many who have been coming crying, oh, my money has been taken away, or what. Others will come with fake dollars. They give you a parcel which they will put a dollar, maybe a genuine one on top. When others are papers in an envelope, they give you, please, I wanted some change, I'm hiding somewhere. Give me yours, hold for me, I'm coming to do exchange, then I can give you maybe on top of yours 100. For you see that is a very big deal. And you receive the what? You will remain with those papers and you will not see that person. So those things have been happening. That's why we are telling you that you should avoid them. Relationships, yes, you can have a relationship, yes, but avoid some other details in the relationship. The premarital sex, and because all these things sometimes lead to assault, conning, rape, even murder. We have had some situations. You came here to others contract HIV. You came when you are healthy, then now you go back when you are hiding from people. So all these are issues you can try to apply on yourself to be safe and to be secure. Usually during exams, we normally tell people, the students, to leave their phones and bags where they reside. Okay? Because in most cases they have, we have had so many thefts during examination period. You come with phone, you put it, I don't know where you even keep it, because they don't allow them in the examination rooms. So you find someone leaving a phone on the door at the entrance. Hey? You leave the phone there, you leave a laptop. Then you have given it away. So when such a time comes, make sure you don't carry some of those valuable items, because they can be stolen. I urge you to follow the rules you have been given, the university rules. Follow them religiously, because everything is there. They guide you what to do. The do's and the don'ts are there. So you should not be a victim of circumstances. Always carry your ID wherever you are moving. The university ID. If you don't have it, you may have your national ID. If you don't have it, you may have, there are some other IDs they get around from your faculty and so forth. You may have them for identification purposes. So when there is any problem, you can identify yourself, and then you are restored. So even if you are not within the university, as long as you have your identification and you have got some problem, we can always communicate and we rescue you. That's why we are here. With those few comments, I want to stop here. We shall be adding time and again when we meet. Thank you. Maybe for contacts, my Chief Security Officer is 0777 31 85 93. 0777 31 85 93. And Airtel is 07 02 79 07 55. I think we can also get from OC.
Yeah, good afternoon. You are welcome to Kyambogo University. My name is Amon Jacqueline Onen. I'm Assistant Superintendent of Police. My number is 0782 14 8298. 0782 14 8298. Airtel 0754 26 62 41. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Inspector Mafavi John, OC Operations, Kyambogo University. I'm on 0772 574 563. Airtel 0701 574 563. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Assistant Inspector of Police, Okwera Jacob. I'm OCFFU, Kyambogo University. Contact MTN 0773 47 02 54. We are clear? Airtel 0701 81 35 48.
Yeah, so all these are attached here at Kyambogo Police Station, but we also have police stations outside. Like Banda, there is a police station. You may get interested to know where it is. Then Kyambogorowa at Highway, even this side, everywhere you can get help. Lastly, there is a bazaar, trade bazaar, which is going on now, and I urge you to restrain yourselves and enjoy carefully there, okay? Avoid drinking too much alcohol. Those who drink little. We don't want to carry you to your room, okay? Because I've seen some people have started becoming so happy in the night, to the extent that they even start commanding police to go away from our function, you know. So don't take too much. Thank you so much. I wish you well and happy stay.
Thank you very much, Afandi. He reminds me of one thing that I want to always share with the students at university. If I ask you a question randomly, randomly, if I ask the question to compare life at campus and in high school, I'm sure the majority of you would say campus. Not so. Not so. You think high school is better? Huh? they are mixed. They are mixed. I want to give you or to tell you something small before we go to our next presenter. Life at campus is sweet. Yes, it's nice. You know why? You're free. So some people, when you finish senior 6, you say, I'm going to campus. I'm free. You will not put on uniform. They're not going to ring a bell, that it is time for class, or it's break time, or it's time to do it. You have your timetable and you know your lectures. You know, at this time I have a lecture, but no one is going to push you. You can decide to go out dancing the whole night, clubbing, and decide to skip lectures. You can even decide to miss the test or the exam. No one is going to push you. No one is going to cane you. That's what makes it sweet. You know what makes it hard? You want to know what makes it hard? On the D-Day, on graduation day, when your friends are putting on the gowns, and for you, you're somewhere hiding. In simple terms, I think you get what I'm communicating. You decide which direction to take. For us, we shall be here, we shall talk. All these guys are going to come here and they will talk, they will tell you what you're supposed. At the end of the day, it's you to make the final decision, whether you make a right one or a wrong one. So don't be misled. Afande has told you so many things. I always say like he has said, when you hear these guys making noise, we go one way, what? Walk off campus and go. There are better ways of sorting whatever issues that you might have. That same guy Afande is talking about who lost a hand, the issue actually wasn't even concerning him. But because he had people making noise, he thought he should get involved. Refrain from things that don't concern you. It's that simple. When these guys, the Okwedas and these guys kick into action, my friend, you have seen what happens here. When they kick into action and they are at work, when I heard Afando Okweda talking, you can think he's a very calm man. He's a very calm man, but start doing the opposite. You see a different person. And he's trained to do that, you're not. Refrain from attacking the police, provoking them in anything. If they tell you move off campus, go off campus. Okay? I hear it most times from our colleagues, your colleagues, mainly at Makerere. When we go for sports activities and there's chaos and they start saying, we want tear gas. They call for it. And they give it to them. Some of them have lost their lives. People think tear gas, it's just about, dispersing you, but you might have an health issue. And when that chemical goes inside your respiratory system, you might get issues and you might eventually die. So refrain from some of those activities. We are supposed to have direct health services, but it's not yet here. I think we shall do that session last, since we have the sports expert here. We are going to talk about sport. Personally, I'm a sports person as well. I'm a sportsman. Both trained as well as academically. I studied sport. I still study sport. So I hold so many capacities. Some of you probably have seen me somewhere else, maybe TV or heard me on radio. Those are some, we give back to the sports community voluntarily. I'm only paid the salary here at Kyambogo. So if you see me somewhere else, don't say, hey, the man is doing so many things. At this juncture, I want to welcome our senior sports tutor of Kyambogo University. He's been my sports tutor as well when I was a student. He actually encouraged me into, he's my mentor into this area. Currently he's also a student like you, but he's a continuing student. He's a PhD student, so very soon, I always call him doctor. I already gave him the title because I know he will be. He also holds a master's degree in sports science, and is a teacher also by profession. So he's very knowledgeable in this area, and is going to be telling us about what sports at Kyambogo University is. If you have questions in that regard, I will ask that as he gives his remarks, you can identify an area where you want to ask a question. Just write it down on a piece of paper. You can forward it to the desk. I'll be forwarding those questions to him. So without any further ado, let me invite Mr. Waiswa Ali. Okay, the Director of Health Services just walked in. Mr. Waiswa will come after. Let's follow procedure. So, Director, you're welcome. Dr. Wada is going to be taking us through this session about what health services that the university offers. So again, like I had communicated about Mr. Waiswa, I suggest if you have questions, to make it faster, send those questions through. He will answer them at the end of his presentation. Doctor, over to you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, members. I'm Dr. Wada Robert for the Director of Services. Okay. So I'm sorry I've come a bit late. Though you know our center is a bit busy, and we had some other duties, as you know. As I say, my name is Dr. Wada Robert. We welcome you all to the Kyambogo University community. The very reason we are here, that actually is because you people, you are available, you are customers. At the Kyambogo University Medical Center is located around 300 meters. You all knows where Banda, our main gate is, the Banda gate. Banda gate is just, the medical center is about 300 meters from that Banda gate. Before you branch up to the main building on the right. But on the left is the Kyambogo University Medical Center. What is our mandate? We provide curative, preventive. We know it's curative, as I think it's a commonly managed language. Curative means treatment with to cure. For example, if you come with a condition like pneumonia, malaria, those are curables. You expect treatment. Then we provide preventive. There's a common saying that prevention is better than a cure. You understand? So the medical center, one of the mandates is curative, preventive. For example, I can give you a scenario. If you get HIV, it cannot be cured. But if you prevent it, though you can move on ARVs. If we prevent HIV, you know the scenarios by which you can get HIV, it can be prevented. Do you know we also provide promotive? That is, we promote your health. We give health talks. We do counseling and guidance in conjunction with the counseling community of Kyambogo University. And also we have trained counselors. To all members of staff and students, what are your expectations from the Kyambogo University Medical Center? This one will be a question to each and every one of us. What are my expectations if I go to the Kyambogo University Medical Center? I want to be brief. These are some of your expectations. We do provide a cost-effective and quality treatment. Basically, for students, the cost is free. So, though the doctor may make some prescriptions which are a bit expensive, the drugs that at rare occasions they may not be available. If you have a special condition, someone can write it to you down and buy it from out. But our treatment is cost effective, and we provide also a conducive environment for learning. You know, you can't learn. You can't start the world, even in just revision. You can't start the world if you have a serious flu or if you have peptic ulcers. So you need to move on well. With good health, you can start the world. And also, we also have expectations from you students. You need to have information about your health. We provide that information about your health. We have health trainers in conjunction with the counseling community. We have nurse counselors. And also, we expect you also, we are not going to be monitoring you everywhere, even in your hostels where you move around, either within or outside the university. So you need to live responsibly. Avoid accidents. Avoid traveling late at night. Why am I saying this? About 2 days ago, the moment the president lifted the curfew, we saw a lot of people who have been beaten by thugs because they travel late in the night. The other time we got a student who was beaten by thugs. They were on the border from probably, whatever club. At night, it was around 4 a.m. at night. They called him because from your time was I started the medical center. He was hit on the head. We had to stitch. So be responsible. Your parents, they don't know that you go to those outings. Then avoid some issues. Live responsibly. Avoid some condition like HIV. Why do you have so many partners? One thing I know, I'm a parent also, that each and every one of us who is here, at least you sat down with your parents, they advise you as you are coming to campus. Be aware of this. Don't drink. Avoid drugs. Avoid drug intoxication. But when people come at campus, they want to exploit. They think they have got it all. That's the problem we have. Some people come when they are totally innocent about, I wouldn't like to say it, about sexual intercourse and what, but when they come to campus, they want to exploit it. I'm telling you, we also passed where you are. We also had the counseling from our parents, but eventually found out that they were right. I can tell you one thing, your parents, whatever they advise you, they are right. HIV is still at large. People still get HIV at a very, very fast rate. We do HCT, that is HIV counseling and tests, and we still get some positive people who came at campus when they were negative. And when you get HIV, it is incurable. There is no cure. That's why we say that we do preventive. It's part of our programs at the medical center. So avoid living responsibly, careless living, many sexual partners. If I can advise one thing, abstain. Others can add on other things, but for me, abstain. Because most of even people, you need more training about using a condom. But me, I can advise you, abstain. Don't be moved by peer pressure. You understand? Do also observe SOPs. COVID is no longer, and it is an epidemic. We are living with it like a flu. This issue of isolation is no more. that let's do some isolation. We are living with COVID. Actually, if we test here, I can tell you we can get about 10 people, but do observe SOPs, social distancing, put on a mask, wash your hands regularly. Don't put some of face mask for the sake of passing via the gate. After I see many people, when they reach the gate, actually they buy the mask from the entrance. After buying it, they put it back in the bag. Isn't it what is happening? That is the very thing that is happening. So, though now I think our immune system is getting used to COVID, but we are living with it. So the other thing is do your best to vaccinate. There is a terrible bad myth about vaccination that they are injecting some people with microbes or whatever. But most of us have vaccinated. I don't know. For me, I completed my doses. I got totally no side effects of the vaccine. So have a vaccine. It is free at the medical center, and we are providing it for free. It's a matter of you. It's about you coming and getting your vaccine. So also, as I say, avoid drug intoxication, orgies, and also people tend to. Why am I saying people tend to come? Hey, doctor, I've come for drugs. People go to, for example, Banda and other places. Because those clinics and neighboring, they are interested in making money. If you go with any symptoms, they are going to do queer investigations, and then they can just give you drugs. Do your best at least to come to the medical center. We are not expecting money from you. We will give you what is right from our heart. If you go to the clinic, they are going to even write treatment which is not necessary, and you will end up paying a lot of money. Even, excessive abnormal use of drugs can cause drug resistance in the community. We are having a problem that most of our drugs and antibiotics are no longer responding to treatment. Why? Because people are abusing drugs. So don't use drugs anyhow. Someone who can even get information from the roommate. Hey, this sickness, they told me it is UTI, yet it is candida. Then he or she begins self-medication. That is terribly wrong. That medication can even be of side effects to you. You understand? We already talked of our location, and as I say, we are neighboring Nabisonsa. Actually, we bought the Nabisonsa. There are 2 blocks, but we have, I think that one I've already talked about. So, and our services, treatment of sick, both patient and outpatient. We treat sick patients. You have to come at the medical center not to pick drugs. Many students come to me and say, doctor, I want a treatment for an infection. I said, which infection? I want drugs for, I said, for me, we at the medical center, we are not there to give out drugs. We are there to treat. And we can't treat before making a diagnosis. So don't come with a premeditated condition. They will not treat you. Come to the medical center, present what is necessary. Come with the medical card, that is the medical access card for students. It will be provided to you from the medical center as you come for medical examination exercise, which is actually begun today. I'm coming to that, but one of the things you have to present is a medical access card or your admission letter. That is before you have access to the medical access card. So as you present that, then you can go to the outpatient, then you follow the right procedure. As you come to the medical center, they will guide you which procedures to go through. You understand? So we have services which include laboratory services, as I've already stated, voluntary counseling and testing. We have vaccination, ART, provision of ARVs. We do also have HIV services, including provision of ARVs to our patients, including the staff, and even people from the community. So this program actually also includes people from the community of HIV/AIDS. You come, we observe the normal protocol for management of HIV patients. We we have privacy. So don't have a condition of HIV and you just keep it to yourself. We keep privacy. You understand? So the services are there. There is no reason why you say, hey, I've been coming from Guru, then I'll be accessing my drugs from Guru. I have HIV. No, you can come. They are doctors and clinicians together with nurses who are responsible for that program. We also do have dental services, family planning, and sexual reproductive services. We do family planning, including insertion of IUD and other family planning methods to know implants. All those ones we have, including the pills. Then we also do COVID-19 testing for free. All these services I'm talking about are for free. We also do have an ambulance service. Our ambulance is 24 hours and there is actually a number which we provide to all of residences and the hostels. So you find that our ambulance is very busy at night. It keeps on moving from halls to halls and even if outside the university. So because people can't travel from, for example, Wamala Hostel to the medical center at night, it's risky. They call an ambulance number. We have a driver who is standing by on 24 hours and ambulance is always equipped with fuel. So we also do self-male circumcision, particularly to first years, and that is also free. We cooperate with Mojap, and she does almost on a weekly basis. We do self-male circumcision for free. Men. Actually, these days it is a shame not to be circumcised. May I have children, they are about 10. They are telling me, Daddy, when are you circumcising us? Even they are younger, but they know they need to be circumcised. So don't be ashamed to be circumcised. Come for circumcision, it is free, safe, and in 1 week it will be okay. By the way, these days, circumcision, they can circumcise you and even your very close friend, other than your girlfriend, may not know that you are circumcised. You understand? You can tell your girlfriend to excuse you for 1 week or 2 weeks. Hey. You tell her the truth. And you undergo that circumcision. It is safe and good. Eventually you find the benefits. You understand? As I've already told you, access to the medical center is made to access SAT, observe SOPs. The day we work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then there is a night duty which begins at exactly 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. So that implies that the medical center is open 24/7. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Obviously there are cases we cannot manage at the medical center. You are not fully equipped like a fully equipped hospital. But we have a collaboration with Nsambya Hospital. Understand? So with Nsambya Hospital, we refer our cases, emergencies which cannot, that is, I want you to quote me, only emergencies which cannot be managed at the medical center. The ambulance is there to take you. You don't come with your code case. Some people can come. I have been with Anya for 10 years. Let me go to the medical center. They take me to Nsambya. The treatment is going to be free. No. That condition is, though it needs surgery, but you can do it any time out to your will. Don't use the advantage of free treatment at the medical center. That condition is very expensive. You know, I think, how much do you pay per semester for medical fee? How much? 50? Remind me, I'm not sure. So that amount, it's an amount on which we do as insurance to Zambia for people who are to be referred. So we have, you don't come and say, this condition of mine cannot be managed. You come at the medical center. We make a decision based on the doctor's acumen, whether you need to go to Zambia or you need to stay within the community. We don't receive money at the medical center. No one should ask you for 10,000 for anything. Don't even give a token of thanks to any doctor. It's not right. So come for free treatment. The treatment is free for yours. You understand? So we are going to have a medical examining exercise which has begun today. It is mandatory to each and every first year student. That's how. Why is the medical examination? It is important. We need to have access to your LSA information, and that information is private to the doctors and you. Anytime you come at the medical center, we make for you, as you come for that medical examination which has begun today, we make for you a file specific for you, and all your medical information we keep there. And actually after that medical examination is when you are going to get a medical access card. That medical access card is the one which is going to be your requirement as you go to the medical center. Not even your ID, but your medical access card. As you do undergo the medical access program, you access that card, you keep it. The moment you lose, if it happens that you lose that card, you can get through a procedure. Usually the time people have told you to go to the police and get the police and acquire another medical access card. But it's a necessity for accessing medical treatment. What I'm saying is, come for medical examination. We have a program based on faculties. It is here only that I can't really. If I was using a PowerPoint, you could have seen it. There is a program which is begun today. It is there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday. For your information, Monday is the Faculty of Engineering and Special Needs. You understand? So we are going to have that program for until the time of exams. From today to the time of I think to about 25th of April. Monday, if you fall along this group I'm reading, you write it down in your diary or whatever. Mondays, engineering and special needs. Tuesday, arts and social sciences. Wednesdays, vocational studies, agriculture and science. So, are you getting me? Thursday, School of Management and Entrepreneurship. That is Thursday, School of Management and Entrepreneurship. Fridays, Education and Art and Design. Saturdays, Students on Weekend Program. So I'm going to repeat it. I want you to get this program. Though this you'll find these notes all over your faculties and the medical center. Let me repeat again for you. Mondays, engineering and special needs. Tuesday, arts and social sciences. Wednesday, vocational studies, agriculture and science. Thursday, School of Management and Entrepreneurship. Friday, Education and Art and Design. Saturday, students. That is for students on weekend program. So I think that is very clear. So the program has begun today. You can get you can get a medical form from the printing from the type where they do typing at 200. Each one you can just go there, pay 200. You access. They will give you say that I want a medical examination form. They will print it for you. Then you come with it at the medical center. You fill it and they will guide you accordingly. So, as I told you, referrals, we've told you, we refer only to Zambia Hospital. That is on the university account. But we do also other referrals. If we see that the case can be managed at Naguru, also we have a collaboration with Naguru, but not on a monetary basis. Cases can be referred to Naguru with our medical referral. And the referrals are only done by doctors. And for emergency, which cannot be done. Don't expect any medical refund if you get any treatment outside the medical center. We no longer give medical refund. And we also don't do maternities. Right now, we don't work on maternities. Even if you have a maternity issue, we don't refer you. We can advise you to go to the right place, but it's not our jurisdiction to refer you. So I've already said we have ambulance service. I think you are aware of that. And I am about to finalize. But I want to caution you people. Before you come to that note, we do also some. Often you will be seeing medical center services outreaches beyond the medical center area. This could be family planning. These are usually weekly. It could be family planning services, HIV testing and treatment, dental services, peer educator program. Have a peer educator program. The peer educators, I can say like they our VHTs. You always do know VHT. The VHTs are village in the context of the villages or LSC, they are village LSC teams. They are the one which connect the medical center to the students' community. We have a peer educator program, and every year we do training for peer educators. So they link us to the halls of residence, hostels of residence. We train them, we give them medicine information. They train the fellow students how to move on at the medical center in health matters. And they do also counseling. They have actually an independent office which is attached to the medical center. It is near the student, I think it's near the counseling department. So we have the peer educators, and every year, at least we train on our budget, and there is exchange of leadership. So those of you who are ready to take over from the current chairman and the leadership of the peer educators, you are free. So a note of caution as I finalize, as I was beginning my session, I was telling you, be careful, take care of your life. Now you are your own doctor. By the way, your own doctor. You come to the doctor, will give you a rest work, just me, but you're your own doctor. Take care of your life. Be responsible. Don't live a reckless life. At the medical center, we also do provide. This is in regards to HIV. We do provide post-exposure prophylaxis. That is PEP. People who have been raped. Ganga rape is common in these days. If you recklessly walk at night, or if you drink. Why am I saying I've had some experience of girls and even boys. A girl, for example, I can say the lady came and told me that, hey, doctor, in the weekend we had a kind of a party, but I can't tell how many people who slept on me. But I've come to check for pregnancy. She didn't know actually she didn't know that the most important test for that time, the most important thing was to prevent HIV. So she was not sure because they were drunk. That one happened. Do you think that person, that child, that girl was not advised at home? That student was advised. So take a note. Be careful about your life. You came to study, finish here with your degree well. Then go home with your degree happy. Even your parents have taken care of you right from when you were a baby. From nursery school, don't spoil your entire future just in 2 years at campus with reckless living. So in case you were raped or you had unprotected sex and somehow you come immediately before 72 hours, HIV can be treated. The only treatment for HIV, some of you are getting new information now. The only treatment for HIV is, if you know is PEP, that is post-exposure prophylaxis. If you know someone who has raped you and you come for treatment immediately before 72 hours, the HIV can be prevented from multiplying. But if it goes beyond 72 hours, and we test you after 1 month, you have HIV, then you will become a patient of HIV forever. Because if you get HIV, you will get it forever. So, but if someone by mistake you had unprotected sex, or under influence of drugs or alcohol or whatever, you come immediately. There are drugs which can be provided for free. Why am I saying so? Many people, they get unprotected sex and they fear, hey, I don't know what happened to me. Katonda yanamanya. Then eventually by the time he gets information, it's beyond 3 days. But HIV before 72 hours can be treated. You will begin on a treatment even though we don't know the status of the person who raped you, with whom you had unprotected sex. He may disappear. Because ideally we would like to know the status of the person, either who raped you or whom you had unprotected with. But he may not be available. That one can't prevent us from preventing HIV. Before the water, why am I saying that HIV virus before 72 hours, it has not reached the preventable stage of multiplication. Their cells goes beyond, and even if you give drugs, you are wasting time. So immediately you come, we provide you with drugs, and after, before we give you those drugs, and you've given us clear information, raped, unprotected sex, or you slept someone you know who is on ARVs or who has HIV. We test. If we test you and you are negative, we give you drugs for 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, we do another test. If after 4 weeks of that treatment you don't have HIV, you have survived. You understand? But don't go beyond that. So what am I telling you? Many people who have HIV, if they knew that they were PrEP, they could have prevented infection. Infection means multiplication of the virus or bacteria, whatever in your body. But because they don't know, you're not sure of the person you've been with. You have several sexual partners. So you come at the medical center, that PrEP is very, very important. Why am I stressing it? I've known people, the rape is high. I did the research on use of HIV. I mean, use of the PrEP among university students. That's what the research I did. But I found out that many people they don't have information about that, and we found out that many, even just mere visiting your so-called friend or colleague in the room, he can rape you, and you may not disclose the information. But unfortunately, you may not know the status of that. You can just someone can rape you, someone can rape someone in the neighborhood, and you hear raping and you do nothing because you went there yourself. You come there, they have raped you secretly, but you don't know what you've acquired. But the medical center, the reason is there is to dispense information, to disseminate it, and people to know, and for treatment. As we said, we do curative, preventive, and also promote. We need to promote your health. So come for that program is there. But be your own parent, be your own mother. You are no longer with your mother, your dad. You want to be with the lecturer where you stay, where you travel, where you move. Avoid night vigil, going to out beyond the campus. These days people are so poor. They have just lifted the curfew, and people are also so excited to go for outings and whatever, night clubs. The SAGs have taken advantage. I'm saying it out of the experience. We have got cases coming at night, battered by thieves. They need each and every coin. So start campus, study until you finish. I don't want to go beyond that. But thank you very much. Medical Center is located, is waiting for you. Welcome you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Doctor. Do we have any questions for Doctor? I will take only 3. Anyone has a question? Should we assume that you understood what he said clearly? Okay? We don't expect any pregnancies. Huh? Okay. Before we move to our next session, thank you very much, Dr. Wada, for that wonderful presentation. I want to give an opportunity to some of you are seeing these gentlemen and ladies and wondering what they are doing there. Yeah? So I want to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves to you so that you know who they are and why they are here.
John, where are you? John has gone out. Can you come and interpret? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Can we stand up? I'm not just doing that exercise of being introducing ourselves. I want us to stretch ourselves before we introduce. John Buyinza, I want to see you here as we stretch. We'll be doing, I hope all are seeing me. Oh, okay, doctor. We'll stretch our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you change again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go to the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. Then you change, yeah? Okay? Then we'll count 4, 4, 4, 4, and we descend up to 1. Are we clear? All right, we are starting now. Ready? We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to hear. Say it. We are starting. Can we say 1, 2, 3, go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1. Sit down. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, I don't want you to go out and assume that these people, these mad people here, one time when I was staying in Banda, one of my neighbors saw me interpreting in the church, went and told my wife, I saw a certain man there in the church. He looks like your husband. Whatever the priest is doing, he's doing. If the priest stops, he stops. I don't want you to assume that. Okay? We are here for a purpose. Kyambogo University is an inclusive university. You are seeing some of our colleagues are using wheelchairs, not so? Have you seen? Have you gotten difficulty to come here with your wheelchair? We have what we call reasonable accommodation. We don't want you to suffer. Doctor, I've talked of somebody who may be needing ARV. All of us, we are having what is called special needs. You and me. But in most cases, when we talk of special needs, you think it is people with disabilities. Okay? We are here to help people who don't hear to understand what is being spoken. All right? My name is Orech Emihendrin. When I joined here in 2001, like him, by the way, I studied the same way year with him. I joined Kyambogo University, UNISA, in 2001. And I was seated like you there. I said I must remain in Kyambogo. And I remained when I qualified in 2003. John, who was interpreting here, is one of my students. He's out now. John, when he came to my class, he said, I must remain in Kyambogo, and remained. This lady is also one of our students. She's doing interpreting. I've already said my name. Let her also say her name. Then I'll hand over back. John is there coming. He'll also talk for himself. Let this lady talk. Then when John talks, I'll give back the microphone.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm by the names of Nakato Claire, and I'm a sign language interpreter. You're most welcome.
John, come and introduce yourself. John is my student. When I taught him, he said, I must remain, and he remained.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're honored to have a fresh team like you. I think everyone here has communicated about the person you must be. I think what makes the person you must be is a dream that you have. and it is entirely about the person you must be tomorrow that will push you to achieve that dream. I am a former student here, and I am currently working here. He told me, as you had telling you, and when I met him the first time in class, I told him, you know, I must not go, and I must be here. And he told me one thing: you must work hard. And so that is what it meant. And when you had Dr. Wada here explaining a list of things, and I was interpreting, one of the things I feel proud of is having sign language skills. Yeah, and it is something that all of us must look forward to be achieving in the future. That there must be hands-on skill that you must have in a way that you will survive beyond the skill or the profession that you've attained. I'm John Wins. I work with the Faculty of Special Needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are going to our last session of the day. And for this particular session, I will expect some questions, please. I've not had anyone from the audience speak since I took the chair. So we're going to talk sports now, and I expect questions about sports. We are only 2 members of staff in the sports section of the university. That's me and my senior here. So take advantage of this opportunity and ask us as many questions as possible. We are here to serve and respond to all of them. Join me in welcoming Mr. Waiswa Ali, who is going to be taking us through the sports session.
Thank you, George. I call him George, but don't call him George. He's my former student, but he's a colleague now. Good evening, everyone. Okay, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Members, stand up, except... stand up, come on, you're sluggish. Don't be sluggish. If you have a book in your hand, please put it down. The exercise you are going to do demands that you use all parts of your body. Okay? So, when I say touch the head, you touch the head. Alright? When I say touch the nose, you touch the nose. If I say touch the ear, you touch the ear. Right? Okay? Head, ear, nose, nose, head. Okay. Now, what you are going to do is to touch. Okay? To touch. When I mention what I have mentioned, you don't, you touch what I've touched. Okay. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Head. I said, you touch what I do what? I touch. Do what I do, but not what I say. Okay? Right. Nose. Ear. Head. Ear. Head. Eye. Ear. Head. I. Okay. You see now, we must concentrate. Okay? A little bit now. Where you are. Come on, a little bit. Like that. Only on your toes. I can see you are not doing that. Come on. Let's go. Hello, everyone. There. Yeah. What about there? I can't see everyone there. Hello. Okay. Do that. Do that. Do that. Yes. 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 Okay. 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 Forward. 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 There. There. Fine. Thank you very much. Thank you. What I know is that work without play, you don't know that saying, makes Jack a dull boy. So, we integrate academics with play. You are all welcome at this university. It is the second largest university in Uganda. Sooner than later, maybe it will be the biggest. Yes. Games and sports section is under the welfare department, headed by the dean of students, who was here this morning, the head of a department. I want to start from that one. The dean of students was my former deputy guild president at this place here. The dean, I was a minister for sports at the university here. That is for back in the 90s. I don't know where you were. Now, many of these have been telling you, I have been a former student here, like George here, like Lawrence. All of those have been student here. You won't be given. He was one. These two. When you go, like the chief statutory officer said here, one way and you go, you become notorious. Who will think of you getting a job here? For me, when I presented my papers here, they said, oh no, that one is okay. Otherwise, it's okay, participating in sports here. So, that one. Even George, all of these, he said, the lecturer said, work hard and have discipline. So I want to start with that one. For you to think now, to be motivated, that you should be able to remain here. Jobs are not easy to come by, especially outside there. If you worked harder than what? You will remain here. For me, sooner than later, I will retire. Who is going to remain here? It must be amongst you. Georgie remained here. Yes. Sports is a discipline. Sports is for leisure. Sports is for recreation. But it's a job from which you earn money. Right. Members of staff, I will start with George here. We are many, but at the moment here we are two. We are also having volunteers. We get volunteers at the sports office. We have coaches of the different disciplines. And we have got a games union leadership, games union. It is you from whom you people choose your people and they become games union. Then there is leadership, chairman, his committee, and so on and so forth. They also become part of us as members of staff, although they are not paid a salary. The Games and Sports Department or section has got the following functions: to provide recreation and health for fitness. Recreation for health and fitness. Well, if I went out with you for somebody to exercise outside there, you may think that I am younger than you. If we engage in an activity outside there, you say, sir, I am tired already. After 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes, for you get tired. And we say, no, let's continue to go. So, I'm not feeling well. But so, I am saying that in addition to your academics, your core value here is academics. But then, work without play makes Jack a dull boy. Therefore, that's why there is sport. So we are saying it is for recreation, health, for fitness. You must be fit, people. For promotion and nurturing of talent. You people, many of you have got your talents. Some of you don't know that you have. And yet you have talent in the leg, talent in the hand, talent in the head. Come and we shall exploit it. We shall nurture that. It is to ensure that the facilities that are there, sports facilities, are well maintained. So Games and Sports make sure that these facilities that are available, we shall be telling you which facilities we have. Ensuring that sports equipment are procured. We make sure that the sports facilities that you may want are requisitioned and then procured, so that they are there for you to use. We provide mass sport. Sometimes we call it inclusive sport. Mass. Everyone must participate. Then inclusive. Everyone must, including people with disabilities. There is sport for people with disabilities. If you are blind, we have got goalball. We have wheelchair, basketball. Huh? My friend? So don't say, I'm now gone. You can play basketball with others like you. In your wheelchair. It can be provided for. And so we are saying diversity and we diversify and publicize sports activities at the university. Diversify. We are not limited to. We expand every time. Every time we think there should be something that is, it's dynamic. We are in a dynamic society. We go on with changes. Now, at this time, I should be able to tell you the sports disciplines that we provide for. All right? So, you should know where you fall. 1, sports for people with disabilities. People who don't hear, hearing impairment, those people who don't see, sight, and those who are physical. We even have sport for people, we call it little persons. They are there. If you are tall, you cannot play with this one who is half of your size. So, that one has got a special sport. We can do what? Even albino people have got their special sports here. We provide for. So, sports for people with disabilities. We have got soccer for both men and women. We have got netball for only women. We have got volleyball for both men and women. Handball for both men and women. Basketball for both men and women. Swimming for both men and women. And then there is what we call mind games. Mind games. Maybe you can ask one of you to tell one example of a mind game. 1. Chess. Very good. Very good. Chess is one of them. Then another one. Another one. Yes? Huh? Sunuka? Soduku? Oh, puzzles. Okay, fine. Okay, we have got, you know, Rudo. Rudo, what do you need? Physical activity or it is just a brain? When you're playing Rudo. Rudo. We have it here. Sukurabo. Sukurabo, those of you who have been doing literature English, a lot of you, Sukurabo is there. And we compete it at international level, by the way. Our university can have a representative to go and represent us in Sukurabo. Then we have got rugby. For mainly men here, those who eat a lot of posho, they must play rugby. Then athletics for both men and women. Athletics for both men and women. Cricket for both men and women. American football. There is American football here for both men and women. Then we have got board games such as darts and mweso. If you know Mweso very well, you will be representing us at other levels. Which other board game do you know? Members? Another board game? Okay, you get informed eventually as we go on. And we have got a game called lacrosse. If you don't know it, you will have to learn about it at the university here. Table tennis. We have got tennis. These are called racket games. Badminton and then hockey. Judo and karate. All of those are sports disciplines that we have at the university. Ladies and gentlemen, at the university here, we provide for intra and extramurals. Intramurals and extramurals. We organize them. Intramurals are organized at level of interhalls. The hall of your residence or where you are attached. And the halls that we have are, there is Pearl for ladies, there is Nancy for ladies and male. Yes. Then we have got Mandela. And then we have Kulubia, then North Hall. All of those, at one time, we organize interhalls. So everyone should be participating. And when we say mass sport, we exactly mean that. Because each of you belongs to a certain hall, you should be able to go and participate there. Then from that, if you participated in your interhall, or we have got interfaculties. Each of you belongs to a faculty. Therefore, you should be able to go and represent your faculty in sports. And that's called intramurals, internal competitions that we organize, from which we choose the university teams that represent us outside to go and compete with other universities in Uganda, in East Africa, in Africa, and elsewhere in the world. You know, you have that opportunity. When you are traveling in an airplane to China, to Guangzhou for athletics, your other colleague you are leaving behind will say, how does the airplane look like? Then you say, my friend, I had an opportunity. I traveled there. In fact, even going to Nairobi just here, some people have never reached Nairobi. Frequently, we take our university teams to Nairobi, to Dar es Salaam, Dodoma, and elsewhere. So, and that one is called extramural. Intramural means internally organized. And extramural means external competition in sport. So, we choose our teams from the intramurals. So, don't ask another time that, how do you choose teams here? We cannot come and pick you from your bed. No. when there are competitions, and the competitions are open to everyone, it is inclusive, so that we can see, identify the talent, so that if our coach says this is the one who is going to be in our team, we take you on, right? Because I said here, it is to nurture talent. The talent in you must be nurtured. Kyambogo University has nurtured talent here, and they have been international. They have gone even for professional. So it's you now we are looking at, because when you stay here for some time, in year one you say, you see, for me I knew football, but I didn't participate. I don't know how I would have entered the university team. Let me direct you, members. I want to direct you. Our office, the office of the university, is at the east end. That's where I and him sit. You see the roundabout? You see the main building there? Senate building? You know Senate building? Yes. After, when you are going downwards, there is the road which goes to a paved road. Then up there, that is where there is even a signpost, DFCU. There is a blue DFCU. That is the office. There are two little buildings. Sometimes people here at the university, 3rd years, when they are coming to clear, in their 3rd year, they are looking for the sports office to come and get cleared. But we didn't know that this is the office. You are now 1st year students. I don't know if you prefer to be called freshers or 1st year students. Which one is better? 1st year students or freshers? Oh, highly 1st year students. 1st year students. The office is located there. There is one thing I should talk about. We have a policy in place guiding sports at the university. Each student is required to pay 25,000, but you pay it within the functional fees for sports. 25,000 for sports. Now, there is in that policy sports scholarship scheme. There is a scheme for sports scholarship. We have two ways of recruiting into sports scholarship. One, before, when people are in high school, our coaches go around. What do we call it, George? Scouting. They go scouting, fishing. The best sports people who are there in senior 6, who are going to graduate into university. So they see you, and we encourage you to come and apply at the university. Once you apply and succeed, then you are put to test to make us believe that you know what you are doing in sport. That's one. Two, if you are not got at that level and now you are here, but you feel you should be in the sports scholarship scheme, we advertise internally here. We put an advert all over the place for people to apply. And when they apply, they are shortlisted. Shortlisted for trials. We call them trials because even the scholarship scheme has got limited slots. So if 500 people apply and we want only 40, we must subject you to a trial by our coaches. Then they advertise us. Then they advise us. This one and this one, this one. Then there's a sports committee which now awards the sports scholarship. Okay? So I was attending in the morning online and I had that question about sports scholarship. I think I have explained. One, if you think you are in that category which would like to get a sports scholarship, you wait for an advert, and when the advert is through, then you bring in your application. Otherwise, come to approach us in our office. I'm called Waiso Ali, and it's called George Wagogo. Senior sports tutor, assistant sports tutor. You just come and say, I would like to see the sports tutors. One of them, or both of them, no problem. Then you ask a question that you want to ask. Then we shall give you answers. Okay? Otherwise, he's my chairman. Mr. Chair, I think I'm done. Maybe I may wait for questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Waiswa. Just to add on to what he's saying, we have activities already planned for this year. Personally, I sit on different federations as well in the country. I am representing Kyambogo University at the National Federation for University Sport, which we call the Association of Uganda University Sport, where I am appointed as the technical director there. So I'm in charge of all technicalities and activities for that association. And all activities we do as Kyambogo University have to be in line with what that association has planned. So we have our internal activities. He told you about inter-hall, inter-faculty. But we also have association activities. So in your faculties, you're going to hear these continuing students coming and telling you, we want to organize a match between first years and second years, for example, in the faculty. Those are also part of our internal activities, though they are organized mainly by the GRC or the GRCs, your leadership at faculty level. Some of the highlights for this year, we have the University Football League, which is a big event, which will be starting in March to around September. So I encourage, we don't have a team yet we have, yes, we have guys training, but our team still lacks so many things. So I urge all those who claim to be playing football. The team is actually currently training. Right now, they are in training at the West End, or what they call the Cricket Oval. So we have two facilities, one at the East End, the other side, where you see the Mabati, that area where is a perimeter of iron sheets. It's under construction. And we have another one this side, or the West End, just adjacent to the main gate. So we have two football fields there. We have a cricket oval. We have an athletics track. We have a basketball court. We have tennis courts. On the east end, we have a basketball court. We have two tennis courts. We have handball. We have netball. We have football, athletics, and all other facilities there. So then also to note, like I was saying, you have an opportunity to participate nationally, regionally, on the continent and above the continent. This year we have the 10th All Africa University Games, where Kyambogo University is also expected to be represented. They will be in Nairobi at Kenyatta University. That will be in June. We have all the sports that he has talked about lined up for that, for those games. So again, it's always an opportunity for you as students to take part in those games. We also have the Eastern Africa University Games that will be hosted by Ndeje University, and they will happen this December at Ndeje University in Luweru. So all these are so many activities that are coming up, and they are tailor-made for you students. So please don't be discouraged. I know I always hear stories, mainly when you reach your third year, and someone you notice a very good netball player, for example, in third year, when she's in her third year, and ask her, how comes you never participated or represented the university in first year? And they go like, the guy is on the team, discouraged us. So you're going to encounter these situations where someone tells you, don't bother with the football team at Kyambogo. The coach is very strict, he's very tough. So they discourage you to come. Mr. Weso could have told you this, but just to re-emphasize, we've produced some of the best talent that you hear about, some of you hear about these guys. I'll tell you, for example, who knows a guy called Joshua Cheptegei? Have you heard of him? Right now he's like the most recognized sports person in the world, or in Uganda to be specific. Joshua is a former student, not here but of a university setting. He was a student in Bugema University. For Kyambogo University, we've produced mainly footballers and basketballers. Have you heard of a guy called Brian Omony? Who has heard of Brian Omony? Not so many of you probably have heard. He was a former student. Probably this one you know. Have you heard of a guy called Moses Waiswa? Have you heard of a guy called Moses Waiswa? Those who follow football. Okay, how many of you know a team called Manchester United? Manchester United or Arsenal? This is a group of very shy people, eh? I know most of you like to follow international sport, but Moses Waiswa is the best midfielder right now we have in Uganda, plays for the Uganda Cranes. And he was a former student of this university. And is a son to Mr. Waiswa Ali. I remember I coached him when he was 12 years old. So every time he finds me, we share quite a lot. Have you heard of a guy called Farouk Mia? You know Farouk Mia? He's a former student of this university. Have you heard of a guy called Ronnie Kaseu in basketball? Kaseu. If you follow basketball, probably you would know. So we have quite a number of professional sportsmen and women who have represented this country at different levels. And they all originate from this institution. Personally, I'm a footballer. I used to play football actively before I grew older. But I was a captain of the university team in my first year in 2001. In first year. So I don't want you to think that being in first year, you cannot do anything. Okay? Just to encourage you. So we have a register at the sports office at the East End, where I expect all of you to come and register there with us and show us which sport you play. You just register in the book and tell us, me I play Scrabble, me I play Mweso, I play Kwepena. Then we see how we can indulge and engage all of you. Because when you come to my office, and by the way, all of you will come at one point. Whether you actively play or you don't play, at one point you will come. Because you will want my signature to clear you before you graduate. I'm going to ask you what sport you play before I sign. So if you have not yet started, or if you're thinking about it, I suggest you start now. After here, or tomorrow morning, very early in the morning, as you're coming for the first session, passed by the sports office, we have a register there, and register. Because I'll base on that when I'm clearing in third year. Are we together? Are we together? Don't say I didn't warn you. I'm telling you now. 3 years from now, I will still be seated there. Okay? There are questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Bwana George. When you ask somebody in third year is a finalist, what sport have you been playing here? Then he says, I've been a spectator. Oh, you see, I supported our team. You know, when there's a football match here at the university, there is a fire everywhere. Students leave lecture rooms to come and spectate, especially if there is Makerere University versus Kyambogo University. Then you can see fireworks. And then the student said, no, I spectated. But did I not see you? I was in the crowd. Please kindly send my paper. I want to go. Anyway, I have some questions here to answer. How do you overcome the issue of lost marks? This is a very good question. Members, your core function here is academics. Right? Why are you here? For academics. Sports becomes a supporting activity to make you go through the university when you are alive, when you are healthy, when you are fit. But academics first, sports later. If there is a test, don't cut the test to go and play football. Please. Okay? Don't. First, do your academics, then come for sports. So, we don't expect loss of marks to be compensated by sports. Then, there are a number of questions here. Do we have a timetable? No, we don't have a timetable. When you feel you are free, when you feel you are free, you don't have a lecture, come for sports. Right? When you are free, go for sports. But we don't draw timetables here. That now this is a time. However, when there is a competition, for example, we draw one for that particular team. Like now we have, our team is going to participate in the university's football league. Every evening they go for training. The challenge is with those people who are studying day, they can quickly go and train in the evening. But what about those who study in the evening? They ask themselves, what do we do? So you have to integrate between your studies and training. But there's no timetable. What is the procedure required to be part of the team? I have already explained that one, the procedure. Now come and register in our register. Then you should participate in the inter-hall, intramural, inter-faculty. We shall see you. When you see the university team playing anywhere, training, go there. Okay? If you are shy to go there, come to us. We shall take you there, so that the coach can test you. Are there any form of regulations? Yeah, we have regulations here which guide sports at the university. How many games can somebody participate in? To the fullest of your capacity. If you are an athlete, as well as a footballer, as well as a rugger, we shall take you on. Right? What will limit you is when do we compete? When do you compete? If competition are going on at the same time, you choose where you must fit better. Okay? But otherwise, there is no limitation of where. The limitation will be how to train. So you go to where you fit best. Okay? And the questions are, okay. Is 20,000? I said 25. It is paid as part of. Don't go and get more money to pay. No. I said it is part of the functional fees which you have already paid. Maybe you have already paid it in the bank. You don't bring cash here, no? I was only informing you. All right? I was only that as part of the functional fees, you people are paying 25,000 for as a sports fee. So it is not an additional amount of money. It is already paid. It is within the university school fee, university tuition fee structure. Okay? So it is not additional. It is the same. I said you don't pay it separately. Okay? When you are writing your pay slips, in the bank, that money is there. Okay? You can read. You will see that those monies are there. You can read on your instructions. One of the payments that you're going to make is sports fee, 25,000. Otherwise, Mr. Chairman, those were the questions that were asked to me. Oh, there's a hand. Okay. Somebody, Chairman, there's a hand there. Oh. Ask.
My name is Amwine Joseph, currently the sports secretary for people with disability at Kyambogo University. Most of you are here and you have different impairments. Don't go. You come and register with me because as Mr. Weiss has told you, we normally participate in different sports activities. For example, goalball, wheelchair, racing, board games, we normally participate in them. Athletics. My friends, as I'm telling you, don't sit there and you think you have an impairment that you can't participate in anything. You can do things that we can't do. Are you getting? People, they shouldn't intimidate you that you are not going to do anything. Come and participate with us. We shall make Kyambogo as the best for all as people with disabilities. Mr. Waiswa, thank you for the information that you have given these people. It's really interesting. And let us keep in hand. For that, we can achieve Kyambogo University as the best in sports. Thank you.
Okay. For, you see, if I asked one of you here, I want to randomly ask Hajat. Hajat, I can say Hajat here. I can say Hajat. Hajat, stand up. Yes? Stand up. Where is your talent in sport? Tell us. Huh? In football. Very, congratulations, Hajat. Okay. By show of hands, ladies. Ladies, football. Ladies, football. Put up your hand. Only Hajat. Ladies, netball. Put up your hand. 3, 4. Okay. Men, football. Put up your hand. Men. Hello, men. Okay. Men, rugby. Put up your hand. Men, rugby. Oh, rugby. The other one is putting and down. Down, up, or down. I don't know. Okay. Let me answer this question. I heard about all the sports around, but I'm asking about baseball. I never heard. Yeah, baseball is one of the sport around here. at the university. Okay? Baseball is one of our sports that we provide for the university. Members, I asked Hajat here, where is your talent? Where is your skill with a purpose? Because whenever I ask a student, he says, I don't have any skill at all. I am not skilled. Let me tell you, in sport, a skill starts by walking. Just the fact that you walk, you have a skill. That is, skillful walking. When you walk from Banda to here, you have started the sport. Period. So if I asked you, where is your skill? If you answered me in walking, I would say, tick. Then you graduate from walking to jogging. And you are still doing sport. Then you graduate from jogging to running. You are still doing sport. Alright? Some people are crawling to do sport, crawling on the ground. Just crawling. Like a child does. Even rolling is sport. Members, it is not too late for you to do one sport in another way or the other way. We were trying to choose a day. We are negotiating with the university. So that on that one day, I don't know what means we shall use. So that from wherever anyone is, we will walk, just walking. Everybody walks this way, that way, including the vice chancellor. You find the vice chancellor also walking around. Then we shall say yes. Because we need fitness. COVID-19 taught people. The other day, the president was showing, hey, this is what we do. He was showing other people. Maybe who didn't, I don't know. Said, run around the what? In the house. Don't wait for COVID-19 or COVID-22. We should not wait for COVID-23 to begin exercises. Members, work without play makes Jack a dull boy. Remember that one always. Do some exercise. Even in your room. In your room. Before you come for lecture. Wake up in the morning. Jog in one place. Trot in your place. One place. Ta, 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 ta. Like that. Do that for 5 minutes. Stretch a little bit. Do that. Everywhere. Like he was telling us to do. When you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have done a day of physical fitness. Your body must be kept physically fit. So don't tell us, for me, I don't have any skill at all. I can see people here, what they call obese, obesity. They begin to grow a younger lady. He's not pregnant. But, but he has got a stomach. You say, why are you carrying this one? It is eating well. Anyway, I don't want to take more time. I have engaged you, but please visit our office and register so that we know the talent in you. We can nurture the talent in you. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you once again, Mr. Waiswa. There was one more question. Someone was asking, do you offer kickboxing as well. Kickboxing is a sport. He's actually insisting it is a sport. I know it is a sport, but like I was saying, we normally do sports that are recognized by the National Association for University Sport. So unfortunately, boxing and kickboxing are not part of university sports as much as they are done nationally. So instead of kickboxing, we do sport like taekwondo, like karate, like judo. Okay, so for kickboxing, we wait until it is admitted as a member. Someone has a question behind there? Yes? Are you a sportsman? I believe you can speak loud there.
Okay, my question is like this. Most of these guys who take participation in sports, you get sometimes when they're involved in these sports activities, for example, football, volleyball, basketball, mention them. You can find that most of these people, they get injuries. Some of them can break their legs, their hands, and I heard here a doctor saying that such emergency injuries maybe they are referred to in Zambia hospital. So what I'm saying, those expenses for the like somebody who has got an injury, maybe in football or any other game, maybe when they are participating internally here within the university or outside the university, like representing the university. So the expense goes to who? That is my question. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Is a very important question, and it's good you specialized that when they are representing for the university. So if you're doing an activity internally organized by the university, that expense is taken care of by the university because you're representing the university. Okay? If you're part of the university team and say we travel to Nairobi for an international engagement and you get injured, the university will still take care of that whatever expense you have because you're representing the university. However, if you go for your village football somewhere, you're playing a competition, you normally term them as what? A goat cup or a chicken cup, whatever you might call it, and you get injured, you don't expect to come back to the university for treatment. Okay? It's like maybe doctor did specialize certain things. Maybe other top managers will explain. It's like when we are not on semester, you're at home and you fall sick, you don't come back to the university for treatment. They don't facilitate that treatment. You're supposed to, because the semester is not on. They only take care of you when the semester is on. We normally get issues here where during holiday, a student dies, for example. There was a time a student got an accident, I think, and passed on. In the village somewhere in Soroti, students came all the way from home and gathered here requesting the university to give them a bus to go and bury their colleague. Such things are not supposed to happen. So you need to understand what do we offer and what don't we offer. During semester, yes, we take care of everything. Out of semester, we don't.
We were coming from Ndeje University after a competition there. Students were supposed to stay in the halls of residence because we left Ndeje at 10 p.m. Yes? We are reaching here around midnight. Another bus was arriving here at 1. But one student chose to stray. He went and climbed a wall outside in those hostels. He was shot dead. He was shot dead. In the morning, we hear our student with whom we had just got gold medals there in Indeje had been shot dead. He was not stealing, but he was climbing into a hostel where he stays. He wanted to go there. Now that was unfortunate. So we give you guidance. Please, we are going to follow the following regulations. In fact, somebody asked, do we have regulations? Yes. But when you go outside the regulations and get into a problem, of course the regulation will be followed. All right? We shall follow the regulations of the university. We are saying, please, we are following this, and for you, if we are going by the bus, university bus, to Nkumba, and then you say, no, I go by taxi or border, you fall into a problem with the border. Eh? Who is to blame? You or the university? So follow the regulations.
Thank you, Mr. Isa, for that addition. Is there any other question? We need to call it a day. I know some people didn't have lunch. They stayed here. Any question? Anything biting someone wants to ask? Yes?
Thank you, Mr. George. Mine, it is an information I want to pass it through. To those old people who are having different impairments, Kyambogo University normally carry out assessment every academic year. So tomorrow I would like to all of you to come and attend. I'm bringing for you the assessment forms. How I'm going to teach you how you're going to fill them, so that before 15th you can give them to me, and I take them to the office, because the assessment is taking place on 21st to 25th this month. Don't miss that assessment, because Kyambogo is preparing for you a lot of things. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. The information he has given about assessment. Generally, students with special needs are always assessed by Kyambogo University. And we have discovered that a number of us hide out to come for assessment. Some of you come to be assessed in your last year of the studies. When we are talking of students with special needs, some of you are asthmatic. You hide it. Some of you have epilepsy. You hide it. Okay? Some of you don't hear well. You hide it. Come and we assess you so that you get appropriate what? Reasonable accommodation, which we talked of earlier. Okay? Some of you have difficulties in writing. We assess you and we help you to study well in Kyambogo University. Are we clear there? Just link up with him. Link up with your student representatives. They'll guide you as appropriate. I really appreciate that information. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Just before we go, a quick one. Small piece of advice. I need each and every one of you. Enjoy yourself at campus. Yes, it's a fact. Some of the things you miss to do at campus catch up with you later in life. But enjoy responsibly. Okay? Don't miss this stage. I'm telling you, this is the most exciting stage in education. I'm telling you because I know. I've been part of it, and I know how it feels. So if it is the bazaar, go and enjoy the bazaar. If you drink some beer, drink one too. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't. I know everyone who comes here will tell you, don't do it, it's bad. But you can do it responsibly. Responsibly. I remember what I told you in the beginning. You want to have multiple relationships? Go ahead. Doctors told you, you get HIV, pregnant, those things. You all know that. Okay? But you need to choose. What do you want? To be a mother at university or to be a doctor from university? To be an academician. So, live responsibly, enjoy campus life. Most of my colleagues will not tell you this, but me, I tell you. Because I know you do these things. You'll do them behind our backs. You'll do them behind your friends' backs. But do it responsibly. And remember the repercussions. Don't put the blame on anyone. Okay? Thank you very much for listening to us. I want to hand over back to the MC. My name is George. It's been a pleasure spending the afternoon with you. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you so very much, Mr. George Wagogo, our chairperson for the afternoon session. Our friends, let's put our hands together for our chairperson for the wonderful job. Let us put our hands together for all the presenters that we've had today. And let us put our hands together for ourselves for sitting here for so many hours. And lastly, the IC team, thank you so very much. Let us put our hands together for the IC team. You can follow up the conversation. It is on YouTube. Kyambogo University. Yes. We have a page, Kyambogo University, Facebook page. We have Dean of Students, Kyambogo University. We have Guidance and Counseling, Kyambogo University. All those pages, follow them up, like them. Tomorrow, we shall be here at exactly 9 a.m. I wish you all the best. Stay blessed. God bless you.
Also, tomorrow, shall be handling ICT issues. After lunch, if you have any question on your portal, we shall be demonstrating. We shall be demonstrating all